game just keeps getting better and better. Every time I cover this thing, it feels like 1,000 new leaks have come. And so in this video, I'm going to give you guys some leaks that have come out over the past couple of weeks in the Illuvium world. We've actually gone ahead and partnered up with Illuvium on our first sponsored video, just covering Illuvium. It's like incredible that we get paid to cover things that we're going to cover anyway because they're so good. But anyway, thank you Illuvium for supporting their content creators. And without further ado, let's get into it. Now, the first thing I wanted to show you is epic. These are hollows. Now, hollows are actually in the world of Illuvium. If you didn't know the lore, let's kind of step back here for a little bit and explain it. Illuvium is a world which you've crash landed, and for some reason, you've got the technology necessary to capture these Illuvials and tame them. So while they're really dangerous and they're all scary looking, well, some of them are kind of cute, you are capable of harnessing this technology and just taking advantage of Illuvials. Now, cool thing is that there are these shards, which you have to go ahead and get these rocks and tame them, and that's the whole part of the Illuvium overworld, which is pretty epic. Guess what? These Illuvials, which are the Pokemon in the game, these guys are actually scarce, aka there can only be so many of them. In fact, they did this because they wanted to combat games like Axie Infinity that have an unlimited amount of Axies that can be bred. In a sense, we're like, okay, you can only get so many Illuvials, and not only that, there are going to be these rarer Illuvials called Hollows, which, I mean, are you looking at this hollow? And guess what? Another hollow that's dark? Okay, now that is epic. And so they went ahead and released hollows. Hollows are going to be available in the Illuvium world. They're going to be even rare Illuvials. And guess what? When Illuvials get rarer, then, you know, the rarer Illuvials of the rare Illuvials get even rarer. I know it's a lot to kind of stomach, but in essence, you've just got to see these very sexy Illuvials and be like, I really want one of these. And so they've got these affinities, and they've got all these different things that they have to take advantage of. But guess what? You're also going to have access to this too. In fact, in the latest leak showcase with Kieran, they went ahead and showed that you can have suits that have affinities as well. So you can have a fire suit. You could actually have your drone, which, you know, is your assistant essentially, have affinities as well, so they can be on fire as well. There's a ton of different things that it's the nitty gritty too. It's always the nitty gritty that really gets people hooked into the games. So what they've been also adding is stuff like, you know, wind. They've added wind that actually affects the terrain. There are plants that are just wishy-washy all over the place. And plus, if you're the player and you're walking through a bunch of bushes, you're going to be able to, you know, kind of go through these bushes, and the bushes move around. You know, it's the little things that make the world feel a million times more alive that's gonna make Illuvium that much better of a world. But don't even take Illuvium Overworld, because guess what? They've got 3 different games. Illuvium Overworld is one of their games. They've got Illuvium Arena, which, you know, when you get into that battle arena, it's your auto battler. It's a lot like Dota 2 auto chess. It looks a million times better than Dota 2 auto chess, if I'm 100% honest with you. And I think the bigger, you know, motion for Illuvium is probably going to be capturing that audience of people that were really hyped into Pokemon back in the day when they were smaller, and they're like, what, like 30, 40 years old right now? Let's just get them onto Illuvium, a brand new open world place where you can go ahead, hop in there, and have a metric ton of fun. So I think that's probably one of the big things that they're doing. We're gonna have a bunch of leaks kind of going throughout the screen and throughout the video, so you guys can get a glimpse of all of the great things coming out for Illuvium. You can actually see in some of these leaks where there's brand new maps, and there's brand new, you know, weather things that are happening in the game. Like, you're on this arena and there's rain falling. You know, there's tons of different things that weren't even there a couple of months ago when they did their first leak. So you're seeing a bunch of these different updates. But even crazier is these guys randomly go out there and released Illuvitars. They have 3 games, and they just decided, you know what? We have 150 people on our team. We have some of the most talented people in the gaming industry building this game. Let's just make Illuvium Illuvitars. Illuvium Beyond is coming. It is so sick, and they're bringing the whole Pokemon feel to it, and they're dialing up 10. It's literally just dialed up to 10. You have PFPs, you have a bunch of card packs that you want to open, you have everything that an ecosystem would need to have the fundamental virality of a game like Pokemon. So you see Illuvium, you see Illuvatars, you see the customizability. Now throw in some holos, throw in rarity, throw in the incredible aesthetic of each of these Illuvials, and you've got a bomb title headed for you. In fact, they've actually gone ahead and done the launch date, which is one of the main purposes of this video, for March 7th. So March 7th is going to be a big day for Illuvium. You can actually participate in that, and I hope to see you there, because trust me, we're going to be covering this in its full fruition when that day comes. Maybe we'll have a card battle with another influencer. I guess that's to be decided. It's not really to be decided. It's probably going to happen. You're probably going to want to be there for it. But generally speaking, I do look forward to the AMA with Kieran. Do look forward to a million more leaks. I mean, we could have this entire video just going through leaks the entire time, and I think we would probably still have another 30 minutes of leaks to go before this video ends. But generally, Illuvium is here, it's coming, and it's awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, until the next time, stay safe, stay classy, and that's all.